Hello, worldies, and welcome back to my naughty little channel. I just wanted to come with a message. I hope you all are so excited for the new year. I am I don't know why this new year just feels like just this really abundant energy. I've been having a great couple of months. The new year's coming. I'm so excited. And in case any of you have not been thinking about this, I just want to remind you, sometimes I think about, why is my life so good? It's because I've been exclusive ass bitch. I keep haters the fuck from me. I want 2026 to be a year of being the most uppity light skin, the most think you're better than nobody exotical, the most don't talk to nobody. Please stay on that type of time. Anytime somebody ever says something like that to you, somebody ever tries to humble you in that way, somebody ever tries to act like they're entitled to your friendship, to your time, to your effort, to, your devotion, to your energy, anything like that, let that be your sign to cut them off and get them away from you. I have never regretted cutting off a clingy ass bitch. Oh wow, I'm in a certain type of mood right now. I'm really fired up about this. I think that it is one of the most unattractive traits in a friendship. I'm just somebody who I love growing. I love investing into myself. I use personal development as a controllable aspect to my life. I use it to regulate my nervous system. And I feel like a lot of real baddies understand that. Real bad bitches, real girls who are, out there and they're just glowing and they're just thriving. They understand this aspect of you can only control so many things in the world. Why would you not control things like your self-care, your mental health, your diet, your exercise, why would you not? Why would you not? You want to control everybody else and you don't want to control your own life. Women like that are controlling, they're sick, they're lonely. A couple months ago, I'm just thinking about how I cut off a woman who, as soon as I met her, I was like, wow, this is really codependent. And you can oftentimes, if you can't tell the difference between somebody just really resonating with you and somebody who's codependent, they actually feel entitled oftentimes to your time, to your hangout. They like your energy. I remember talking to this girl before I ever kind of invested into anything, which I'm not even gonna lie, I don't invest energy. I'm like, if something in you tells you that you're supposed to be chasing and hunting me down and jumping through hoops for my friendship, that is an issue for you and your therapist. But if I'm not even trying to be an attractive or a reciprocal friend, what, no shade, but what are you doing? Please leave me alone. This is somebody in real life I'm thinking about, and I remember me getting an invitation basically to hang out, something that was not really my thing. And, I was like, no, thank you. I got stuff going on. I actually remember the first weekend, I just didn't reply to the text because I was just busy. I had other stuff to do. And it's I don't even feel hella obligated to text my man back. Why would I be feeling very obligated to text you back and we're not even fucking? Not saying I don't call my man, I don't text him back. I usually would just call him, but who are you? I'm a grown woman. And this woman was still this clingy, have no business about her, nothing, no goals, no dreams, no aspirations. This woman was literally still, after I kind of ghosted her for the whole weekend because we were not friends. I was like, why are you trying to hang out with me? You don't even know me. We are an acquaintance. I understand being we should be friends, but just because you're lonely doesn't mean that I should skip the things that I wanted to do, even if it was just sitting in my freaking house just because you're lonely. Like, that is sincerely not my problem. I'm not a charity. This is not a big sister, little sister program. Nothing like that at all. And I remember this girl, like, me coming up with excuses as to why I couldn't, like, yeah, I gotta do this or whatever. Trying to say, like, oh, I didn't have somebody to, watch a pet or this and that, just some random bullshit excuse. And this person basically trying to jump through hoops and volunteer other people's time to basically solve my problem that I was basically using as an excuse to not go. And it's like, let 2026 be the year that you just hurt these bitches' feelings and just say, I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to text you. I don't want your number. Because people can't take the hint. People never could take the hint, which I understand. People sometimes might be looking at you like, oh, use your big girl words. I feel like sometimes people just in general, there's so many issues they could cut out of them feeling like you're uppity or you're stuck up, or even women who are complaining about dating is like, you only have issues like that in dating when you date men who don't like you. You only have friendship issues like that when you can't tell that a bitch don't like you. It's not even wanting to be anybody's enemy. But I feel like a lot of times when you are that woman who you feel like you're on a pedestal, you feel like you're hyper visible and whatnot, maybe you're an exotical, you're talented and you get a lot of attention and things like that, you just feel this pressure to show that you are nice, that you are inclusive, that you're a safe space for everybody. A lot of times, you kind of have this looming pressure, this fear of being perceived as uppity or stuck up or somebody who don't speak to nobody or anything, somebody who thinks they're better than, somebody who's conceited. In 2026, yes, you are conceited. Yes, you are. Because let me tell you, any bitch who ever tries to accuse you of that is going to reveal over time how much she's just been projecting onto you, how much she just feels so inadequate. Like, that's not my thing personally. Every time I had some girl who was trying hella hard to be my friend for no reason, with me giving like literally zero energy back, zero reciprocity, she always ended up being a weirdo. And I see a lot of people talking about destiny swapping, and I actually have story times that I want to talk about that, because I have people in my life who have tried to swap destinies with me, and it's always been something where somebody comes in real hot and heavy. I don't even know you. It's always going to feel unnatural. Sometimes you'll have these girls, like, think of like maybe a girlfriend that you have that you kind of met her in, like a random type of setting. You would have never thought you guys would have ended up being friends, but to this day, she's one of your closest confidants. You really trust this person, and maybe it was just because it felt natural and it was just like a right place, right time. It's going to feel natural. It's going to feel like you are mutually excited to talk to this girl. You're going to remember details about her. It's not going to be some bitch who it took you mad long to save her number in your phone, because you like that right there is a psychological, behavioral tell. If you're not even enthusiastic about adding somebody's contact information and locking them into your phone, some part of you doesn't agree with what, sometimes we can get pressured, whether it's dating, whether it's friendship. You have to agree to things. People talk about that spiritually, and, they are so true. But even in like, they're correct when they say that in this space as well, in this type of scenario, sometimes you may have somebody who's trying to come in really hard and love bomb you. Maybe they're trying to come in and destiny swap with you. Maybe they're coming in, they're trying to learn all your secrets. They're just coming on really hot, really heavy, and it doesn't feel natural. It does not feel, calm. It doesn't feel like something that is reciprocal, for the most part, it's probably going to make you feel weird. It's going to make you feel like this person has an obsession with you, and not in a good way. It's going to feel like they want to be you. It's going to feel like, they're just trying to gain influence over your life, or they want to form opinions about your decisions, or they want to siphon off your energy. Maybe they want to just learn your secrets, your beauty secrets, maybe your professional secrets. Maybe they're trying to gain some sort of intel. Maybe it's a setup. You have no idea, these sick, bored ass people out here. Because the same way that if you're on this channel, you're probably the type of woman who is hungry when it comes to your future. You have all of these goals that you have not accomplished yet. You're so excited. You may have your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan. You may just be the type of woman who's going with the flow, but you know that there's so much that you want out of life. You're going to attract these people to you where it's just kind of like, I remember when everybody was talking about main character energy, it was such a revolutionary thing, because a lot of people, sadly, they live their life and they are not actually the main character in their own life. They get up and they're living in their body for somebody else every day, somebody who may not even reciprocate, somebody who may not even care about them. In general, somebody else loving you is not a reason to allow them to be the main character in your life. It doesn't make sense. But if you're that type of woman that just has this light, you have this shine to you, you're kind of like a bright light in a dark room where everybody can see you. Men can see you. Mentors can see you. Other women can see you. Women who are jealous can see you. Women who want to take you under your wing and invest into you and mentor you. Like, every different type of person. People who are going to be inspired by you. People who are going to hate on you. Everybody can see you. You are visible to everyone. You're very, it may become like a sweet solitude to just not be perceived, because maybe as soon as you leave your house, you're getting all this attention. Maybe you benefit from a lot of it, from the good majority of it, but maybe sometimes it's like, I don't need all that. Maybe sometimes you don't always have a ton of respect for people who gain, I don't know, just like an unnatural attachment to you or obsession with you. Sometimes it can be weird when people are like that, no matter, because you're just wondering, what is your motive? Like, people can come with you when you're hyper visible with all different types of motives. And some people, they really just want to help you grow, or maybe it makes them feel good to have invested in you and be a part of your success. And there's other people who are weird people. And stuff like that, it's always going to come with somebody who just doesn't fit into your story. They don't fit into your plan. Energetically, it just feels like a lot of resistance, a lot of them trying to just force themselves into your life. A lot of times when you see people talk about really successful or mutually beneficial friendships, or even romantic relationships, when they're talking about those early hangouts and everything, it both seems like they have a very similar perspective of how things went. There's no like limerence involved. It's not like one person having, these rose-colored glasses on and the other person like being deceptive or like hiding things, being manipulative. It's very much like we are maybe having two separate experiences of this, but we are experiencing the same thing. Whenever I've thought about my good girlfriends that I really loved, sometimes it can be like that. You can get to the point where other people are admiring your friendship and they're like, oh my God, how did you guys even meet? Like, how did you even click? Like, I feel like you two seem so different. You wouldn't even be friends or whatever. And it almost can be like an old married couple or something like that, where you're like saying it with like sisterly love in your eyes. Like, oh my God, I remember I was out at the club and I was just telling her like, girl, I seen her across the bar. And I was like, that girl is working at Dress and I gotta tell her. And she was like, oh my God, I seen that girl over there and I thought she was pretty and I wanted to tell you. And it's like a whole natural type of thing or whatever, be careful because people can just try to mirror you. But it's like when it's just natural. It's just like sometimes things are just meant to happen, or, whatever you want to call it. Every time I've cut off somebody, who just force their way into my life, I just, I do reflecting. I may even look at text messages or call log patterns and just see it was unnatural how much this person used to reach for me. It's okay. Like, I don't think it's a character flaw to be an anxious type of person. I actually want to make a video about that. I think it's actually a really weird talking point I see people give online where they're like trying to compare attachment styles. I'm like, where is the psychology? Like, what's going on here? Like, what is this? But it's weird. It's not natural. It feels hella thirsty, hella desperate. Me personally, I just lose respect for people. I only like to surround myself with people who I respect enough to allow them to influence me. That's actually one of my biggest values in people that I feel like I'm compatible with. If I feel like I wouldn't listen to you or I don't trust your judgment on anything, I have no business being around you because, they're always saying that when it comes to your outcomes that you're going to have in life, you're going to be some sort of edit or an average of the people who have been around you. You're going to be an average of your friends, your partners, your family, the people that you're seeing and talking to every day. You're going to pick up habits from them. There are many different perspectives to any issue. You're limited oftentimes just in your perspective, but the people that you surround yourself, if your village, your people who are, a part of your circle, if they should be able to see the blind spots and everything. They shouldn't be just as ignorant on everything as you are. They should have some other sort of expertise or specialty. And if you're smart and strategic, you're going to trust their perspective. You're going to say that I'm only going to surround myself and open myself to people who, when there's something that I need to see that I can't see, my girlfriend can pick that up for me. My sister can pick that up for me. My cousin can. My boyfriend can. My husband can. My fiance can. My best friend can. My dear good gal pal can. This group of girls are who I can bring this to, and they're going to give me the real, not for their own selfish purposes of them trying to manipulate me a certain type of way, but I trust their judgment. You shouldn't have people around you, or you shouldn't be opening yourself to people who you feel like they would be a monitoring spirit. You feel like they would be trying to destiny swap or self-sabotage, or you don't even trust them to have information about you. I would say that I'm the type of person where I feel like I'm sneaky open about my stuff. I'm a very private person. I'm the type where I can be talking all day about myself and you actually don't know anything important or crucial or really private. I actually like that because it's disarming. It makes people feel like they know me better than they do. It helps me to learn about other people and just see how they react to certain things that I say. Like if I tell you the shallow things and I already see that, oh, you're judgmental like that, or, you're going to tell me your value on this, or you're going to make it into this type of conversation. There's something else. There's another card that I've been holding closer to my chest that you actually don't even know, but I was able to get the information out of you that I needed. Me personally, because I want to be, I want to be a leveled up, beautiful, glowing, intelligent, well-traveled, well-cultured woman. So I don't have any guilt about being exclusive because I want to be in more and more exclusive spaces. I want people who also understand the value of exclusivity and of privacy and of reputation, things like that. And so anybody who ever tries to put that on me, that whole, oh, I got called uppity, to be honest, me personally, I always take that as a compliment. If somebody calls me uppity or something like that, that just lets me know, especially depending on who they are, I'm going to think about who that came from. Did it come from the Queen of England? Not that I pedestalize the Queen of England or anything, but obviously that's just something I thought of in my head. Who are you? Are you just some regular trailer trash bitch who feels like I'm uppity? Great, perfect. I want you to pick up the vibe that I don't think that I'm on your level. I want and it's not even hierarchy thinking, but it's simply just being strategic about what you want. I was just thinking about this Drake song where it was I cannot convince you that I love you for a living. You have to think about what you really want out of life. I'm not trying to have to convince my friends that I love them or that I don't think that I'm better than them for a living. There's not enough time in the day. If I want to convince my friends of anything, maybe it's that I really truly value them in my life, and that I'm thankful that I made the decision to invest into our friendship, and that I am proud of them and that I want them to continue achieving what they do, that I hope that they can see themselves more so in the way that I see them, because I'm not going to be sitting there celebrating your birthday, sitting there trying to hype you up, sitting there listening to your problems, sitting there coming to your event, supporting you, spending money on the friendship. And I don't think you're the baddest bitch in the world. Like, I think I'm like the baddest bitch in the world, but I think that you're like the baddest bitch in your world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be the baddest bitch in my world because it's my world, but you are like allowed to have a world that exists parallel to mine, and I expect you to be the baddest bitch in that world. I'm not trying to come into your world and be the baddest bitch in your world. We can parallelly be the baddest bitches in our worlds. This sounds so intense, but like, I would never try to befriend some girl. I don't even talk to a girl. I don't even like a post, like a picture. Like, I don't do nothing if I am watching you with hateful or spiteful eyes or envious eyes or, oh, that girl needs to be humbled eyes. Like, I literally am that girl who's scrolling through her phone and it's like, you're only somebody that I'm scrolling past. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Every once in a while, you gotta send something messy to the group chat. You don't have to, but everybody has a shadow side, and I'm not gonna act like I'm Mother Teresa for anybody. Now sometimes, like, I just like to laugh at stuff, and sometimes, yeah, maybe I am sending something to be a messy petty bitch, like, because if anybody who knows me for real is like watching this video, they'll be like, you are not all peace and love, why world? Like, why are you up here lying to these folks? Yeah, no, let me not lie. But when it comes to people that, like, and that's like if I see something that just happens across like my explore page or something that I scrolled past, nothing that I'm subscribed to or following or whatever. If I'm subscribed, if I'm following, I'm liking, I'm leaving a comment or whatever, I am literally like, I leave people compliments and comments in real life audibly that they never hear, because it's like, I don't always have time, or like, I see a lot of things online that I enjoy, and so I'm not going to sit there and say, slay, yes, hunty mama queen, get it, pussy, yes, yes, yes. Like, I'm not going to put that on every single video and like post and every single thing that I see that I enjoy that, but you're only gonna be on my social media, you're only gonna be one of my girls in my circle if I actually feel like that about you. So I might not always comment it or whatever, but I'm gonna be like, yes girl, like, yes, you're getting it, yes, fuck that shit up. Like, I'm definitely always gonna have this type of energy that I'm pouring toward you. I'm always going to be sending that back because that's the energy that I want to receive in return, tenfold and all of those things. And I just want to make sure that, you know, you ladies are thinking about the type of energy that you want to be, the type of outcomes that you want to have. And I just promise you that nobody who thinks you're an uppity bitch and is trying to say you in a way to, they're trying to say it in a way to like humble you, or because they feel like the things that you value, maybe being upwardly mobile, maybe social climbing, maybe having a certain amount of status and privilege, maybe those things just don't matter to them. Those things matter to me because I have things that I'm deeply passionate about and that I'm devoted to. I have a life's work and a life's mission, and I know that all of my status and social climbing journey will help me advance my goals for the things that I'm deeply passionate about. I didn't create the world, but it'll be a lot easier for me to get my message out or leave the world the way that I want to leave it and make my contribution if people are listening to me, because I'm charming and I'm beautiful and I'm magnetic and I smell good and my hair is long and pretty and I'm light skinned and I'm gorgeous and I'm funny and all these different things. If I'm a bad bitch and I'm pretty and all this stuff, it's going to be a lot easier for people to listen to me. You know, I'm not out here trying to retrain people to not be vain or shallow or anything. If you need me to put a bow on it for you to listen to it, or for you to pay attention to it, for you to give your money to it, whatever, the things that I'm passionate about, they're that important for me. You know, my social climbing journey is not, everybody feel bad for me, and so donate to me because I'm like a sick child in Africa. That is some women's social climbing strategy. They want to guilt everybody around them. They want to make everybody feel bad and everything, and that's how they choose to acquire things. If that works for you, that's fine. That doesn't work for me and the women on my channel. So I'm curious what you ladies think about this. Is 2026 the year that you're going to be the uppitiest bitch that you've been ever? Is this going to be the year that you don't speak to nobody and that you're really focused on getting into the exclusive spaces that you want and being the exclusive woman that you want? Let me know down in the comments below. And until next time, worldies, eyes on the prize.